What's going on, you guys? Yeah, I'm back again. Coffee Talk, episode 14. Thought I was gonna just come back again, just to share something with you guys. I had seen an article this morning, but did not decide to read it. And it's talking about fraud and scams and abuse, and it said that the FBI, and this is by, if anybody want to check into it, this is ABC News reported that Americans older than 60 lost 3.4 billion to scams in 2023. It's according to the FBI statistics. People older than 60 lost more money in scams in 2023 than the previous year, an 11% increase totaling more than 3.4 billion overall, according to a new report released by the FBI on Tuesday. Commonly known as elder fraud, financial crimes against seniors totaled 3.4 billion in 2023, up from 3.1 billion in 2022, according to FBI's 2023 elder fraud report. There was also a 14% increase in complaints filed with the FBI by elderly victims. There were 101,068 complaints filed by people over the age of 60 in 2023 compared to 88,262 in 2022. The FBI data show the average dollar loss was $33,000 and 5,920 people lost more than 100,000, according to the FBI. The FBI says only about half or more of them 888,000 complaints received by its Internet Crime Complaint Center in 2023. And I was reading this and I was thinking about, uh, you know, the crime that had happened a couple weeks ago, where the guy said he got a phone call. He killed the black sister, the Uber driver. He said he got a phone call. Somebody had his kids or something. You know, and I was reading this article and I was thinking about scams and people that try to get over and people that get slick and grifters. One of my favorite movies as a kid, it was an older movie when I was a kid, was The Sting. The Sting, with Paul Newman, Robert Redford, and they were grifters. They were grifters, and so you hear a lot of that word nowadays about grifters. This weird word has came back up where people accuse people of grifting. Uh, and this article really makes me think about the scammers. I remember back in the day in my neighborhood, we used to have an insurance man that used to go come once a month, go around and collect insurance money from various households in the community, and some people used to always have doubts about the insurance man, thinking that the insurance man was, taking people's money, being slick, wasn't being fair, you know. And this where a lot of the trust issues come in at, is that we see that people be preying, not just on our elderly, but just people prey on people in general. My friend Keisha, she is quick to tell somebody they're a poverty pimp. You know, they take advantage of people, definitely people in low income homes who are desperate, living check to check. I remember years ago when they was doing those, when all these companies was doing the double mortgages. And I had a friend and he was telling me, he was like, yo, Q, the reason why they do the double mortgages is because they're always going to target elderly people. And I'm like, huh? And I never thought about like people really taking advantage of elders like this. I thought it, even back then, I thought, you fuck with the elders or you fuck with the babies, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have some bad karma, some juju. Something going to happen to you. You start fucking with them babies and you start messing with the elders. So anyway, right, we were talking about reverse mortgages and how they would prey on the elders. And the reason why they would prey on the elders, because elders always, a lot of elders tend to be living off a fixed income. and living off a fixed income, basically every month your money is budgeted out. So when they have the grandkids graduating, maybe one of their kids just want to get married and they want to get that expensive gift or buy a car, whatever. A lot of elders would take out money, get a reverse mortgage, and then take out money, just get the gift, and then not even pay it. And then a lot of people who I know was losing property, houses and stuff behind that, because the kids would come in and then the money be upside down and they would lose stuff. And people prey on people, and I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and share with you guys like I'm some type of saint. I've never done that. I know people that's into stuff like that, and I just find it very interesting, very weird, and it's kind of shady when you think about it. You know, Scamming and grifting, and always taking advantage of people to try to get ahead. You see a lot of people with these PPL loans where got these loans, they got the bread, but they going to jail. And I hate to say it, in our community, we know that's not predominantly us doing it, but in our community, these are the people that get plastered on the social media sites, on our, New Jersey got RLS, and anybody knows anything about New Jersey RLS, what they do is, it's always crimes in certain areas that they try to talk about. But, you know, I was thinking about that when I was reading the article about elderly fraud, and just that in general, and how we fall victim to it, how our elders fall victim to it. Like, a person could come to you and they're legit, they legit, and once they start talking about money or a quick way to do something, with all due respect, you really just sitting there listening to them as a shell. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to hear all that. You'd rather just hustle the hard way, keep working, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, because you don't want to get caught in all the glitter, gloss, and floss. You just want to how can I make some money? Just blase this. I had a friend of mine years ago, when Amazon first jumped off. She had bought a whole bunch of stock in Amazon, whole bunch. Like, really, she doing real well for himself off the stock now today. So we were talking about the Amazon stock, and she was like, Q, when I got the Amazon stock, my boss at the time, supervisor at the time, is the person that turned on to the Amazon stock. And he didn't sugarcoat it. He said, look, you could lose in this company, stuff like that, but whatever you do, this is what her boss did. Whatever you do, how they was going in was like, I'll match it, I'll help you out, and we do. So they both well off. Make a long story short, but when you hear all these brothers, and I know, and I'm not trying to accuse nobody, but you know, when you hear all these brothers with these quick financial gurus, quick money schemes, like, that's why they're not trusted by most people. Because most people, now there's some people that's going to fall victim and get beat by some of them, because not all of them are corrupt. But most people don't want to hear all the small talk. And they don't tell you when you're doing these type of investments that you can lose. You can lose everything. You got a lot of people that's, taking out loans, going into their 401k to invest in stuff. Most of y'all, y'all heard about the situation with the brother Jay Morrison and what he had going on. And I know that he had been accused for years, by a lot of different people of being a grifter, being a get over artist, taking people's money. I know somebody personally who was dealing with him, and I didn't even bring it up to that person, and don't want to bring it up to that person, because at the end of the day, when you messing with people's money, man, for lack of better words, they'll take your life, and we ain't encouraging that on YouTube. But at the end of the day, when people put their money forth and stuff, they'll hurt you. Nobody wants to be investing in hard-earned money, and then you done got slick and did some slick stuff to them. So this article made me bring it up when I got off work early and I'm sitting at the park, and I'm just these money scams, man. These quick financial gurus. I know one person and a bunch of group of guys was even talking about how these investments could change the wealth gap. Stop. Stop. You can't play on people like that. But it's some of us that are gullible. And we're not gullible because we're stupid. We're gullible because we're at a certain point, you get desperate. You got a 9 to 5 job, you locked in, you capped out as far as your income, you struggling to pay bills, you one check away from, getting on some type of assistance. So you want to take a leap of faith, for lack of better words, and you want to invest your money. And then you got people that just, that are bloodsuckers. Like I said, my friend Keisha, she loves to call people poverty pimps because it's the truth. She sit back, it's funny about her. She'll sit back and listen to people start talking about financial stuff. And she actually used to be in the financial world. So as soon as she hear people start talking, she be like, nah, I pass on that. Because they're never going to tell you the losses that come with that. They're never going to tell you. They're going to sell you all this stuff, but they're never going to tell you how you can lose money and how it's a risk. They're always going to tell you, you should put $500 down on this. I was always taught that if you have money to invest or you have money to lend to another human being, count it as a loss and don't expect it back. But in closing, just for those of us that got elders, a lot of elders in our family, and a lot of times, like you even got to monitor these phone calls with our elders because they'll pick up the phone. I remember at one time my grandparents used to confuse me. I'd call, she'd be like, I'm like, it's me. They'd be like, they'll call me my cousin's name. Or they'll call me my uncle's name. And my grandfather would tell you, like, all of us sound the same on the phone. We all talk real low. And I didn't realize until one time I actually called and my cousin picked up the phone and he sounded like my grandfather. So, when you got these elders, you got older people, and that's just 60. The report was just 60 years old. And some of us don't even think 60 is old. But, people come in, talk, I'm old school. I don't pay no bills over the phone. I try not to do nothing digital, you guys. And that's because I knew people that used to be into that stuff. That if you start doing stuff digital, you giving your credit card information and all that over the phone, nah, that's too much. Send me a bill and I'm going to send you a money order. Yeah, I'm back in the day money order, you guys. I'll go get a money order quick and I'll send you the money order. Even with Cash App, I got Cash App for the channel and for some other things that I'll be doing. But I'll be even wary with Cash App because they got a thing with Cash App where somebody can send you a couple of dollars and then 15 minutes later they dispute it. So now they done, sent you some bread, got the services for the bread, and now they want to dispute it. Then I know a lot of people's into Zelle. But that's all. I just wanted to, I'm out in this park, man, getting some air, getting my thoughts together. Beautiful park, man. One day I'm going to show you guys the walking trail of where I walk to. It's about 3 miles I walk from where I park all the way down to the edge of the river. I live real close to a river, Susquehanna River. Anybody know about Pennsylvania? Susquehanna River runs from upstate New York all the way down to Delaware River down there by Philly. But the Susquehanna River is a beautiful river, and it's a nice little path on the Susquehanna River. But you guys take it easy. Have a good day. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.